I'm going to be replacing the rotors and the front brake pads on my 2005 Hyundai Elantra. I have four-wheel disc on this car, so I'm going to be replacing the front rotors. You want to make sure you have the car jacked up and on stands. You don't want to depend on the jack on the jack only when you're working on the car. We're going to be the process is very simple. Basically, we're going to be removing the caliper bracket, and then removing these two screws that help hold the rotor in place, and then we're going to pop this off. Hopefully it should just come off really easy, but if it is stuck, what we're going to do is we're going to be using these holes. This hole right here, I'll be putting in like a 1/4 inch by, I don't know, 2-inch long bolt with nuts on both sides, and we'll walk that bolt forward and push the rotor off. Basically, you gotta remove the caliper by removing this 14mm bolt here and on the bottom. The caliper will come out. Then you remove the bracket, which is being held in by these two 17mm bolts, one on top, one on bottom. Basically, once you have that off, I've got this loosened so I can kind of show you what it looks like. When you put in the new pads, you're going to use a clamp that you will put on the inside of this and compress this piston back in. As you can see from here, you can see that I still have a good amount of pad left, but we're going to be replacing them anyways. I will have these rotors machined for later use. I got the ultra premium rotors for this car for $31 a piece. It would have cost me $30 to get them turned. I'm replacing them because I've got 121,000 miles on the front, and I have yet to do my front brakes. I've gone through 4 rear brakes in the meantime. And we're moving, and so I'm not going to have any place to do a brake job 6 months or 8 months from now. So I am going to do this now. So the best way is basically replace them with some good set of rotors, and then I'm going to have these rotors machined for future use. As you can see, the rotors are very much glazed, and hopefully I won't have this issue down the road, but time will tell. So that's about it. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove this bracket, and then try to remove these two screws. If those two screws are stuck on, you may want to use an impact wrench to help loosen that, or tap it with a hammer and then try turning it, tap it with a hammer and then try turning it, because obviously you do not want to destroy the heads. And then we'll go from there. I'll give you another shot of it once everything is off, and then I'll show you the new set of rotors that I just purchased. Alright, now that I've got the bracket off, I've got the two screws off as well. This thing literally will come off just like that. We can see the back is glazed, and so is the front. Since I have not machined this before, I am positive, absolutely positive, that I will be able to machine them and keep them. You can see based on this right here that I have only used half of the depth of my front brakes, my stock brakes, brake pads. Anyhow, here is a set of the new, this is a new rotor that I got. These are the Ultra Premium by Napa. Pretty much basic. These do have this 2 set screws. We shall see if they line up with the stock positions that are on there. I've heard stuff where it doesn't. This is the Ultra Premium, and that is a part number right there, 880112. They're fairly decent for $31. I got them with my, with a discount. but you can always talk them down to that price. They sell for, I believe, $64 or something like that, but you can go to the slotted and the hold rotors as well, but you know, you pay a premium for those rotors, but for $60 I got a pair. But anyhow, I mean, you get what you want. And then I got some ceramic ultra premium again, Napa parts. They come, you know, with 4 pads, come with a accessory kit for all the brackets that are needed, and the part number on that is the UP7843X, and these are the ultra premium disc brake pads. These are ceramic. Well, that's about it. Here, let's see if I can put that on there and if the holes line up. Well, it turns out that those screws fit perfect. They're not sticking out at all, they're flush, they're in, and the new rotors are on. So I'm kind of excited about this. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take everything apart on the other side, get those rotors on before I do the brake pads. I just want to do them both at the same time. I now have the new rotors cleaned and installed. I have installed the cleaned up bracket, caliper bracket, new hardware that came along with it. Actually have cleaned up. I got the caliper cleaned up. I got the piston pushed back in. I got the new hardware in. As you can see, used brake fluid cleaner. Got this all cleaned up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start to basically install the new pad. Now that you can see the new pads are on, we're going to take the piston, the caliper, we'll slide it in place. I'll do this with one hand, so there we go. It's in place now. All I have to do is get the bolts in started. And then get the lower bolt started. And tighten it up. And then I'm ready to install the tire. And once I've got the tire installed, then you want to make sure you start the car up and pump the brake pedal several times to have the piston set up to its position that it needs to be in. And that was it.